What's happening to Steve Harvey right now is less about a shocking downfall and more about the quiet, complicated reality of aging in the public eye, something that can feel uncomfortable for fans who have spent decades watching him as a symbol of energy, confidence, and humor. Because when a personality like Steve Harvey, known for his sharp wit, fast delivery, and commanding presence on shows like Family Feud, begins to show even the smallest signs of slowing down, it creates a contrast that audiences are not always prepared to process, leading many to misinterpret normal changes as something more serious than they really are. And this perception is amplified by the internet, where short clips, out-of-context moments, and exaggerated thumbnails can quickly turn an ordinary expression, a pause in speech, or a slightly tired appearance into a narrative of decline, even though in reality he remains professionally active, continuing to host, produce, and appear in media while managing the same kinds of physical and mental adjustments that come with being in his late 60s, which includes maintaining health, balancing workload, and adapting to a changing entertainment landscape that now moves faster and is more digitally driven than ever before. And while he has previously been open about dealing with issues like stress, fatigue, and the pressures of maintaining success across multiple ventures, none of these point to a dramatic collapse but rather to the natural evolution of a long career that has spanned stand-up comedy, radio, television hosting, and business. Yet the reason it feels hard to watch for some people is psychological, because audiences tend to freeze celebrities in time, remembering them at their peak and struggling to reconcile that image with the present, especially when that celebrity built a reputation on being lively and larger than life, so even subtle changes become magnified. And this is further complicated by the modern content ecosystem, where creators deliberately frame narratives in a dramatic way to attract clicks, using phrases that suggest tragedy, downfall, or hidden struggles even when the underlying reality is far more ordinary, which can create a feedback loop where viewers start to believe something is wrong simply because they keep seeing similar headlines. And in Steve Harvey's case, his continued visibility actually works against him in this context, because the more he appears, the more material there is for people to analyze, critique, and sometimes misinterpret, whether it's his facial expressions during a game show, his reactions to contestants, or moments where he seems less animated than usual, all of which are normal variations in human behavior but get framed as signs of something deeper and beyond perception. There is also the broader truth that sustaining relevance for decades in entertainment is inherently challenging, requiring constant reinvention and resilience. And while Steve Harvey has successfully navigated many shifts in the industry, from traditional television to digital platforms, that journey inevitably comes with periods where things feel different, slower, or less explosive than before, not because something is wrong but because longevity itself changes the pace and style of performance. And when you combine that with the audience's expectations, nostalgia, and the internet's tendency to dramatize, it creates an illusion that something troubling is happening in real time, when in fact what we are witnessing is a seasoned entertainer continuing his career while adjusting to age and circumstance, which is a normal, human process rather than a hidden tragedy. And understanding this helps separate reality from the emotional pull of sensational storytelling, making it clear that the situation is not about a fall from grace but about the natural progression of life under the constant spotlight.